Okay, so yeah, great to be here, guys. For some of you, I think most of you could make Toronto. I was in Toronto, and essentially what we're doing here today is we want to share our news from Toronto, and I will be presenting to you guys online on this webinar everything that we spoke about in Toronto. We're happy to do Q&A, so I have a Q&A screen open here. I'll try and answer the questions as I go along. If I don't, get to them, I will yeah, we'll make time at the end, so we'll do a full Q&A session. You should be able to tap on, I think, a Q&A button down the bottom, write your question, and then we will yeah, I will get back to you as we go. Um, okay, so as I said, my name's Andy. I'm a senior product manager here in Dublin. I've been with iCabbi for 13, 14 years. Um, and what I'm doing today is presenting our Innovate, some of our Innovate 2020 um, roadshow that we did in Toronto. I mainly be speaking about the driver app, the passenger app, and what we've done on that. Today we'll also be talking about our new passenger app, um, and yeah, we'll show some demo videos, and we'll dig into that a little bit further on. I do know there is other webinars from my being presented by my colleagues on different topics, which I will also let you know when they are on and what the topics are at the end of this webinar. Okay, so next up, as I said, Andy here in Dublin. What I just want to do is frame, frame sort of our ethos and iCabbi. So, what we do is, our underlying goal to a certain extent is to reduce your costs and increase your profit. So you can see on the screen there, we do this through a couple of different ways, through automation, reducing downtime, and trying to increase the level of bookings. And we do that through, say, our new passenger app, which is really easy to use, and you'll see shortly, and increase driver earnings. So we're constantly evaluating the driver experience, and we'll talk about that in a little bit more detail. But we've done a lot in on the driver experience quite recently. I'm just waiting for this to load for me. Okay, so building away through 2026. So what our focus, our overarching goals and focus is scalability, diversification, the network, and strategic empowerment. So what that essentially means is allowing our system to scale, but your companies to scale also. And we are doing that through technology essentially. So we are offering you guys the tools to be able to scale into bigger markets or new markets, such as Move AI, for example, and being able to do NEMA work by using our Move AI product. Also, say diversification is maybe looking at doing a bus service, which you can also do through, say, our new passenger app. You could offer a bus service or a VIP limo service. I touched on networking, which is a whole topic within itself. But building that network across the Canadian market so that your customers can travel throughout Canada and be able to dispatch bookings to other iCabbi fleets, which is really powerful. And then the strategic empowerment is being able to is combining all of that together, and empowering you, the company or company owners or fleet managers, to be able to look at these different options, and make these decisions, whether it's to get into new markets or to get into new verticals or to partner and so on. So just a quick slide on our iCabbi ecosystem. Excuse me. We have about 15 products. I don't think they're all listed here, but you can see we break them down between demand, dispatch, and supply. So we have demand and supply. We know that's the chicken and egg, and in between that we have the dispatch. So dispatch really is the core. As we know, it's important to point out here. We have Google Fleet Engine. I hope most of you know about Google Fleet Engine, but just a quick few words on it. Google is Google, and Fleet Engine is a product of theirs which which allows iCabbi to develop, I guess, features that are on par with, say, some of the ride hailers. So, as you know, the ride hailers are the big companies. They have a lot of developers, and they come out with some really cool features. And a lot of the features that they come out with are backboned by Google Fleet Engine. We are very lucky to be the only dispatch development company to be able to offer Google Fleet Engine to our customers. And best of all, it's free. There's no additional charges. You'll see some of the features that Google Fleet Engine partnership brings to you guys shortly. Also, we on the left hand side we talk about demands. You got the web booker, you got the passenger app, you got voice AI, and then you've got your networking, and then on the supply you've got the driver side. And all of that combined is the iCabbi ecosystem, which essentially helps you get the best out of your company. So our development strategy is to build ourselves. So we build our own tech. Most of the tech that we have is our own. We will partner where it makes sense. And you will know that. And hopefully you've seen it. If you haven't, heard about what I'm going to mention, please get in touch. But we recently went to the Canadian market and asked companies would they like us to switch on what we call iCabbi Chat. And that's a chat ecosystem between the driver and the passenger app and the driver app. There's no exchange of phone numbers, email addresses, or anything like that. It's simply a chat system. And we partnered with a company on that. We partnered with a chat provider to be able to give you that tech, and that sped up our delivery. We integrated their software, and that just made our delivery a lot cleaner. They are experts in the area, which we're not experts in chat, but it allows us to deliver a feature. And then by where we feel it's an important to be owned by iCabbi, we can buy in resources or companies. Okay, so that's a little bit of framing about iCabbi, where we are today, what we see as the vision of iCabbi for 2026. And what I want to talk to you about now is the evolution of each product. Okay, it's particularly the driver app and the passenger app. We have done a lot of work in this area. So the driver app has, as you know, it has an old version and a new version. We now know that there's 96% of the Canadian market using our new driver app. And what that means is if you're on a version, I think today's version is 6.1.7 or 6.1.8 has been released this week. So if you're not on 6.1.7 or 6.1.8, ask yourself why. And if there is a reason, please get in touch. Okay. I give you my email address now. And I'd love to hear from you, and I can talk to this further. But my email is andyg at iCabbi, icabbi.com. So yeah, so just on that, if there's a reason why you haven't moved over, let me know. I know there is certain companies have certain reasons, but by and large, there's 96%, or sorry, 94% of you guys on the new passenger or new driver app. What I want to say about the new driver app here today is that this has been totally rewritten. It's a totally new code base, and it's using new technology and new framework. Prior to this app, we had an older app. It was in Java. It was uncontrollable, and we really couldn't support it anymore. It had to be fully rewritten. We had 8 developers rewriting this. You can see here on the right hand side, you've got a tablet view, which I guess most of you guys are, and you've got Google Maps embedded in this flow, which is really, really nice. On the passenger app. So the passenger app is being developed from scratch. So we've a new passenger app being released later this year. You can see we're talking Q4 for general release. So what this exactly means is that we have our old passenger app, or our what we call production passenger app, is what you guys are using at the moment, and we've decided then to totally rewrite this passenger app from scratch, and take no code. So you can see here on your screens there should be new designs. These designs are all new, so that they shouldn't be familiar. But you will be able to see that has a whole different look and feel to it. Okay. Most important thing here, it's new, it's brand new. Again, latest technology, which reduces our bugs and allows us to develop faster, quicker, and safer, essentially. So we got dispatch. So we have our core engine. So you can see down the bottom right, we're building a new dispatch. So this is also great news. We have largely started this development on new dispatch. For example, I spoke about the driver to the passenger chat. That is all going through new tech. We're also working on different modules around engine, or sorry, rules engines, which will allow you the fleet to be able to specify different rules. So I know in Canada, or I think it's in Ottawa, we have the concept of travel rules, or ODSP, as some of you might know it. So we are building rules to facilitate ODSP, and they are all based now in our rules engine. So it's not just for ODSP; it could be for many different use cases. And it will allow the fleet to have greater flexibility, and apply different rules to different scenarios. But I think the important takeaway here is that while we have on our passenger app and driver app rewritten and fully rewritten on our driver app and on our passenger app, we're way more than halfway through that. We both have both applications have a new code base. Dispatch also is getting a new code base, so we're building a new dispatch. And then you've got our APIs. Our API is um, very powerful. Anyone that's using it will know it, and it offers a lot of flexibility. Nowadays with AI, and it wouldn't be an Innovate 2026 conference without mentioning AI, but it's really, really powerful for third-party vendors, or your tech teams to be able to use our APIs to do automated tasks, or to do stuff that the system currently doesn't allow you to do, or doesn't facilitate you to do. So definitely have an open mind about APIs and how they can help your business grow. Okay, so what I want to talk about is some recently released features. Okay, what you can see here is it's a bit of a timeline from a job flow, or certainly a driver joining your company. So which we can see here through our onboarding experience, driver docs is saving companies and drivers time to onboard with their documentation and to get driving with your company. When the driver then is ready to work, we have different features which will help the driver to get work. So you've got live ETAs for pickups. So when I say live ETAs, this is ETAs with live traffic. Okay, so we can now there's now a feature that when the driver gets a job offer onto their screen, it will give the driver the distance to the job via the road network, but also give the driver the ETA it will take the driver to get to that pickup address based on live traffic. So that's really, really powerful. Another feature that is really backboned by Google. Also, we have bid maps, which is showing the driver the best booking for them from a bid perspective. I think you might have seen it on the right hand side. This is it here. It's a graphical map with a line drawn to the bid. So bid maps should be automatically available for your drivers, providing you are showing the pickup address as the bid, sorry, a pickup address on your bids. so we know where to plot the pin. But very powerful feature, and has got a lot of traction and good feedback across the world. We've There in Time, which essentially is a feature that will allow you, the operator, to assign, say, a VIP job to a driver. And the VIP job could be in 2 hours' time. And then the driver continue to work right up to maybe an hour and 40 minutes, 20 minutes before the VIP job is ready to be collected, because the system will only give the driver, especially when it's close to the VIP pickup, will only give the driver a job that the system believes they'll be able to complete and also get back to the VIP pickup on time. So that's a really nice feature, and I hope most of you are using. Certainly anyone that pre-assigns work. We've got the option to do ride hail pricing, so that's basically time and duration. And then we also have the option for surge pricing. So there's quite a few things there to entice the driver to get to work, or to pick up some bookings. Okay, so the passenger side of the house. Okay, you've got a true on-demand experience now with the passenger app. So the passenger app is loaded. We'll be able to see where all your drivers are, and then you will be able to get ETA. So right now we've got an ETA when the passenger loads the app, we give an ETA, but we are introducing ETAs with live traffic. So this is considerably different. So you have an ETA today, but when we introduce a new passenger app, you have an ETA with live traffic conditions, giving the passengers a more accurate ETA. We talk about fare estimates. We've done a lot of work on accurate fare estimates, and we're very close with getting that to a very acceptable level. I know the team has been working with some customers in Canada on that. This is helping manage expectations, which is quite obvious, and that's what the customer expects nowadays. They expect, the truth. They want to see the real picture. Dispatch by ETA. Again, we're looking at getting a better service to the passenger. So instead of dispatching to the closest car, because we know that the closest car mightn't always be the quickest car, okay? And that's what dispatch by ETA is, and that takes into Google traffic. Yes, you guessed it. And then we've got obviously the features of being able to book by business, or a personal account, and a real-time pre-auth. Okay, so pre-auth is something that we talk about all the time.
Passengers want the quickest way.
We talk about all the time, and it's just key to the success of a good passenger app. Just to be clear, if anyone that doesn't know what it is, it's when the passenger goes to book a taxi from A to B, or the app will then take a hold or a pre-authentication of the amount of money, or an estimated amount for that journey, so that when the booking is completed, the money is then released and paid into your account. So you have a small video coming up here now.
The iCabbi next generation is here. Real impact.
Okay, 1 second.
Passengers want the quickest waiting times possible. Drivers want less dead miles. Introducing Dispatch by ETA. A higher intelligence is here. Auto dispatch by ETA calculated on distance doesn't always send the best driver. Dispatch by ETA is fed by real-time, traffic-aware precision ETA data, allowing the fastest driver to be selected every time. Operate in pure on-demand mode, or use customizable driver wait time loaders to layer in a queue consideration. Yet another way to dispatch your way by iCabbi. The iCabbi next generation is here. Real impact.
Okay, so yeah, that's dispatch by ETA. It's extremely powerful, and it really gives your customers a very good service. ETA is the most efficient way to get a car to your passengers. Okay, so moving on. Once the driver accepts the job, the driver then has in-app navigation. As I said, talk to me about if you're still on the old driver app, which doesn't have this. We've got turn by turn. We also have this live passenger location. So this is a feature we would see on ride hail applications, where we've got, and you can see here in the top right hand corner, a little stick man moving. So essentially what this is the passenger making a booking. They could be making a booking at a big stadium, and they've gone out a particular entrance, and the driver will now be able to see the pickup location as per the address coordinates, but also the passenger's actual location. And this reduces time for the passenger, for the driver to find the passenger. A very, very nice feature. We talked about iCabbi chat, which is available to you guys if you haven't subscribed to it. It's free, as I said. So please email me directly and I'll get it switched on for you. And we have a video on that, I believe, in a second. You've got Street View. So while we saw the passenger live location, which is on screen now, we can actually go into a street view of that and embed the passenger's actual location in a sort of immersive view, showing that the passenger is outside a red shop, for example. So that's a really cool feature. It was a bit of a fun one that turned pretty serious because it got a lot of traction. That's all there. It's all available on iOS at the moment and Android next month. Track My Taxi is another feature. I presume most of you have used it or are using it, which is a link to your passengers to Track My Taxi. Especially beneficial for anyone that books on IVR or by the phone, so they'll be able to track their taxi via a web link. And last thing is live activities. Live activities is basically when a driver is en route, and it will then show the passenger on their on the lock screen of their mobile device, that the driver is progressing. So it's a nice mobile feature.
Get faster, easier pickups with the new chat feature on the iCabbi driver app. Communicate directly with your passenger by chat, helping you to save time with every trip. Clarify things like where they will be standing, or let them inform you if they are coming outside. You get frictionless pickups, giving you more time back to do more trips. The iCabbi next generation is here. Real impact.
Okay, so moving on. So as we said, so once to get the passenger picked up, we use live chat, we use passenger live location, and then we have the ability to trigger in the unfortunate case that we don't get connected with the passenger. We've got a cancellation fee and no-show fee. So these are very powerful as well. We also have a driver has arrived trigger that can be triggered from anywhere from 100 meters to 10 meters. Which is basically informing your customer, your passenger, that the driver is nearby, essentially. So to get to the destination, how we assist the driver, we've got the passenger giving the passenger control their journey, so they can add a via if needed. We've got the pre-auth at the destination, so the driver knows that the pre-auth has been taken, and therefore will be able to transact. And in most cases, not all, will have that money secured. And then you've got the real-time ETA, so the driver and the passenger both know when they're going to get to the destination. And then we've stuff like Share My Ride, which is through Track My Taxi.
Passengers often want to alter their trip when they get into the car. This can impact the final ETA and trip fare, and often means a driver has to call the base to keep the operator in the loop. Not anymore. Introducing the new VIA feature on the iCabbi driver app. Drivers can easily add or remove stops to a booking when a passenger is on board. This automatically updates the system, removing the need for drivers and operators to communicate, and keeps your fleet running as efficiently as possible. The iCabbi next generation is here. Real impact.
Okay, so yeah, so that's basically allowing the driver to add or delete or reorder vias on the driver app, which is pretty cool. We can do that on the passenger app and the new passenger app as well. which is great. And then when the trip is completed, we allow the driver to rate the passenger. It's a feature you can turn it on and off. We will send receipts by email, which would be personal or business receipts, depending on the selection on the passenger app. So that's what we would call the passenger journey. We've dotted in the features, the recent features that we've developed to support that sort of passenger driver journey, from onboarding of the driver to trip creation to a trip being onboarded and completed. So just to take stock there, I'll check my questions. I don't have anything by the looks of it. I still have people here, which is positive. Thank you for being here, or still being here. And I hope that that overview has been informative. As I said, it is a view of what we've done. It's not everything that we've been working on. I just thought it would be nice to break it into a bit of a storyline, which is essentially a job trip. Okay, so we spoke earlier about the driver app and how we redeveloped the driver app on Android 6.1.8. We also have an iOS driver app. I know iOS isn't that popular in your market, but there is still a few drivers that use it. I think it could be like 4 or 5%. And we just to let you know, it is there. It's on the store, and we developed our iOS app like 2 years ago. So it's a really clean, nice code base, and it works very well. People are very happy with it. So that's the driver app. But now to the passenger app. Okay, passenger app totally redeveloped. As I said, it's gone from no code to over 60%. I think we're quite close to nearly 80 or 90% at the moment. So we're getting very close. We will launch this month with our first very early beta customer, but our general release will be from Q4 onwards. So please keep an eye on our socials for any updates, and obviously any emails that iCabbi will send you. I think our communication around the passenger app will ramp up quite significantly once we get past the summer months, or sort of get towards the end of the summer, and that will have allowed us to finish off the work we need to do. So why did we do this? So we wanted a faster app. We felt the other one could lag at times. It didn't stack up to sort of today's UI. We wanted to build AI into the app. We felt that the production app is great and it works, but we can leverage different features quicker with AI, and ultimately to design and develop a better app for our customers. So, 1 second. So what are the passenger app enhancements that we've brought to market? Okay, hopefully, I know it's not a full screen, guys. I might be able to get to the full screen in a second, so I'm just going to let this load. So yes, so prior to that, we were talking, why we developed the app, and here's a small video of the UI and the experience within the app. So what we got here is the passenger has picked a pickup and a destination. You've got the vehicle type selector. So what's important to note here is that this now is broken down by vehicle type. So you can have, as I said at the start, I think we were talking about a VIP or a bus vehicle type, and you could charge extra money for that if your jurisdiction allows it. We now show the price per vehicle, and also we'll have an ETA per vehicle. Some of the feedback at the Innovate Canadian Innovate 2026 was that they want to see how many bags you can load into each car. So that's something that we will take on board and build into the new passenger app. So you can see here the user is flicking through many different types. Right now we're assigning the driver. It's like then at the bottom we've got a concept of, here's your trip. You can edit or share it or cancel it. Of course, it books on cash card and corporate account. We can see the message driver button there, which we're tapping into now. And the driver and the passenger are messaging each other. And then we've got the concept of tipping. So tipping obviously is really, really important in your market. So we have many different ways to tip. You can customize it by percentage or an absolute value. And you can also tip after the journey has completed, or you can have an auto tip to always tip a certain amount as you go. Right now, we're looking at upcoming bookings. So you've got sort of trip management, where you manage your upcoming and your previous trips with a little map, which is quite good. You also got the ability to download your receipts if you need it for your expenses, and the ability then to rebook any of your past trips. Okay, so let me see if I can get up, get my thing working from here. Slideshow from current slide. Okay, let's see if this works. Fingers crossed. Okay, so parent pay. So one of the features that we're bringing back to market is a feature called parent pay. Some of you might know it from the current passenger app. It is there. It's not done very well. We've had a lot of feedback. So this is the concept of a passenger jumping into the car with your app on their phone with their card attached to your app, and they flag a taxi down and they say, "Hey, I want to go from here to the airport," and they say, "I want you to pair it to my app." So what the passenger and the driver will do, or the passenger will exchange a code to the driver, and the driver will type it in on the driver app, and it will then join those two the applications together, the passenger and the driver, into a booking, without the passenger having to type, their destination and so on. And ultimately, this allows the passenger to charge that booking that they got on the street back to their credit card or to their corporate card. Also, the really good thing about this is that if they have a corporate account set up on their passenger app, they will also be able to flag that card in and then charge the booking back to that corporate account. If that corporate account has different generic fields or different captures, it will then allow the driver to enter, the passenger to enter those, cost codes maybe, and make sure they have fulfilled any of the accounting requirements that are set on the account record. We talked about ETAs. So ETAs are really, really important. And, in the new passenger app, we're really elevating them. So currently, we just have ETAs that don't take into traffic conditions. With the new passenger app, we have ETAs powered by essentially Google, which will give us live traffic conditions, and allow the passenger to see, get a really good, accurate ETA or estimated time of arrival. We have a new payment flow. So while we spoke earlier about pre-authentications or pre-auths, in the current passenger app, if you have a pre-auth of say $50 and the fare becomes $70, okay, that means that we already have $50 pre-authenticated, but we need to collect $70. We will go in and we'll try and collect $70. If the passenger doesn't have the $70, we will not collect anything at all. And we will ask the passenger to pay the driver the $70. This is not a good flow. We learned about this, and we got feedback, and we've adapted. So with the new passenger app, if they got a pre-auth of 50 and the journey is 70, we will capture the 50 anyway, and we will only ask the passenger to pay the 7 or the 20, the balance in cash. Okay, so that's a really it's a good bit of feedback that we got. We loved that particular one, and we've built it into the new app. I spoke on the vehicle selector, so you can see this a little bit clearer now on my screen. You've got different vehicle types. They're all customizable. the cars on the left hand side, the images there are all customizable, and then you've got the estimate per vehicle type, and you've got the ETAs in the middle there. Really nice, powerful screen. Um, and then, yeah, I've seen on some of my questions when will we get it? So as I said, it's releasing from Q4, so that's October, November, December, and we will be in touch. There'll be plenty of comms around the passenger app. There was another question I saw around, does it just automatically update? We will be in touch with you. It won't update until we get confirmation from you. But essentially, it will. There is nothing for you to do. We will automatically update it once we agree a plan. And it's very 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 straightforward. So yeah, a lot to come on that. We're still working away here, developing. And as I said, we will have early pilots in the next month or so, and they'll continue over the summer. And then at that stage, after the summer's over, we're looking at as an October, potentially September delivery. Okay, so that's it from me, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I explained everything clearly. Before I go to questions, I just want to call out we do have other webinars coming up. So the Toronto Innovate show was, it was a day long. And what we're doing, we're splitting the different parts or the different modules during the day into different webinars. So we have Kevin French, who I think most of you will know, working or delivering a webinar on corporate work and RFPs, how to pitch and complete a tender, and winning a tender. Okay, so there's a lot of work in tenders typically, but Kevin has a really, really cool hack on how to totally reduce your tender application and RFP time, and produce high quality RFPs. And then we have Levi. So Levi, he's going to talk to you about voice AI, and how to boost your call automation. This is a presentation that you do not want to miss. I really enjoyed it in Canada. So yeah, they're coming up. Kevin on the 20th, and Levi then on the 27th. Okay, let me see here if I can grab some questions. Okay, so the new passenger, when will it be ready? Satnam, hello, how are you? Good to hear from you. So that is Q4, as I said. Will it replace the old one automatically? As I said, we'll be in touch with you, and that will yeah, we'll organize the upgrade. But essentially, it does overwrite the old one, and yeah, you're going to really enjoy it. Customers are asking for the taxi company name and address to appear on app receipts so that they can submit it to. Yes, that's already done for our new passenger app. So you'll be glad to hear. So let me see. Okay. Will the new app be card only? No, it's card and cash and account. Will pay in vehicle be an option on the new app? It is an option. It sure is. Is the passenger to driver messaging saved on the trip record for review after? Jason, hi, how are you? It is not, Jason, at this moment in time. Although if there is a need, we can give you access to it. But the idea is definitely to build it into dispatch, and you'll be able to see those conversations historically. And we also have an idea of basically allowing the operator to be able to see the communication as it happens, and they will be able to jump in. So if there's any issues with anyone that's live on it now and they need to export a particular conversation that's been had, we can do it. But then to give you guys the power to do that, will happen when we introduce it into dispatch, which I would hope to see it by the end of this year in dispatch. Okay. Yeah, that's it for me, guys. I think we've answered all questions. Thanks for your time. And as I said, get in touch with me if there's anything I can help with or discuss with you. It's Andy G, ANDYG, at iCabbi.com. You should see a small poll, a very simple poll on the screen at the moment. If you wouldn't mind just giving us some feedback. And yeah, many thanks for your time, and we'll see you again soon. Cheers.